Let's take a look at the best tips and tricks for the Samsung S24 series phones.
In this comprehensive guide, I'll explain how to harness its AI capabilities, privacy settings, optimization, and customization options to get the most out of your device. Drop a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, make sure you save this video for later. Let's start with adding the settings icon to our home screen. To do that, swipe up, look for the settings icon. If you don't see it, search for settings. Once you see the icon, hold down on the icon and tap Add to Home. If you want to move it to a different screen, just hold down on the icon again and move it to the left or right side of the screen. This will flip to other sections of home screens. Use the same method to add more icons and customize your home screen with apps you use the most. Another way to quickly enter settings is if you swipe down from the top, you will see a gear icon. You can tap there for another quick way to enter settings. Before moving further, I recommend updating your phone if there are any updates, and then updating all your apps to ensure your phone and your apps are optimized, as well as having access to latest features, especially Samsung's AI features. To update your phone, go to Settings, Software Update, and tap Download and install if there's an update available. The update may take a little time, so wait for it to finish downloading. Downloading the update fixes any security flaws and additional UI updates. If there is an OS update, this is where you will get it. I always recommend checking this section every month for updates. It is important to the device, so make sure you update all of these on day one, because if you don't do this, there could be security issues, and also you might not have access to some AI features. Next, head to the Google Play Store and tap your profile icon in the top right corner. Select Manage Apps and Devices, then tap Update All to make sure all your apps are up to date. Updating your apps from Play Store gives you feature and security fixes. You can also set these to auto update over Wi-Fi. For the Samsung Store, which appears like this, and in the bottom right corner, you'll see this red dot here next to the menu. Just tap on that, and you can see the updates. I recommend coming here once a month and updating all for the user experience, security, and feature updates. Let's rename your phone. Go to Settings, scroll down to About Phone and tap Rename. Renaming your phone can make it easier to identify in settings like Bluetooth connections, Wi-Fi networks, or file sharing apps. I do recommend renaming it to something less obvious, such as Red or Bear, so people won't know it's your phone without you telling them. Navigating through your phone is the most important setting you will want to change. By default, you have the 3 navigation buttons at the bottom, which take some screen real estate, but some people prefer gesture navigation to easily navigate through the phone and have more screen real estate. To switch to gesture navigation, if you prefer, go to Settings, Display, Navigation Bar, and select Swipe Gestures. Play around with this. If you don't like it, you can always switch the settings back. Let's set up biometrics properly. Go into Settings, scroll down to Security and Privacy, and under that section you'll find Biometrics. When you set it up for the first time, you likely only registered one fingerprint. I highly recommend registering multiple fingerprints. Use the thumb on your dominant hand, your first finger, and also the thumb on your non-dominant hand, so you can easily unlock your phone with both hands. To do this, tap Add Fingerprint and scan the finger by tapping on and off the sensor. Make sure to change the angle of your finger as you go to capture the edges and tips of your fingerprint. Once you've done that, you can add another fingerprint by tapping Add Another. If you want a faster way of unlocking your phone, try using face recognition. In Settings, go back into Security and Privacy, Biometrics, and then select Face Recognition. In good lighting, face unlock is quick and convenient. Follow the prompts to scan your face. If you wear a mask, grow a beard, or wear makeup, you can also add an alternative appearance to improve recognition. Additionally, I recommend to enable the Require Eyes Open option for added security. To help reduce eye strain, I recommend using the Eye Comfort Shield. When activated, it adds a warm hue to the display, which reduces the amount of blue light emitted from the screen. Blue light, especially in the evening, can interfere with your sleep quality and may even contribute to headaches for some people. By turning on Eye Comfort Shield, you limit exposure to blue light, making it more comfortable for extended screen use. Personally, I recommend keeping this feature on most of the time, especially during the evening or when reading. However, if you're editing photos or videos, it's best to turn it off.
Since the feature alters the color temperature of the display, it will affect color accuracy. You can also turn on Eye Comfort Shield from the Quick Settings menu by swiping down twice from the top of your phone. Now let's customize your wallpaper. This might be a small change, but it's one of the first things many people want to do. You can either hold your finger down on the home screen and select Wallpaper and Style, or go to Settings, Wallpaper, and Style. One cool feature on Galaxy devices is the AI wallpaper generator. If you scroll down to the AI section, you can create a unique wallpaper by using text prompts. For example, you could start with a terrain template and modify the keywords, and hit generate. You'll be shown a few different images to choose from, and you can keep adjusting until you find the perfect one. Once you've selected it, you can tap set and choose it as your lock screen and home screen wallpaper. Once you click on Next, you can still swipe to see what the other AI-generated variations look like. Once you're happy with your selection, you can tap Done. Using a dark wallpaper can significantly save battery. The way the screens work is by lighting up individual pixels, so black pixels are essentially turned off, consuming less battery. The more black or dark areas in the wallpaper, the less battery the screen uses. On top of using a dark wallpaper, use Dark Mode. Your entire system interface will be in dark mode, reducing eye strain and saving battery by reducing the number of pixels that are on. You can also schedule dark mode to automatically switch on at specific times, like at sunset. You can quickly toggle dark mode from the Quick Settings menu or go to Setting, Display, Dark Mode Settings option. Give the new Photo Ambient feature a try. This adds weather effects to your wallpaper on lock screen, such as rain or snow, based on the current weather. To use this, go to Change Wallpaper, scroll down to Photo Ambient, and select Try Now. Choose the wallpaper you want to apply this effect to. Press the play button to test it out. You'll see water droplets running down the screen for rain, snow, or sun rays. Use the Color Palette feature. This will sync your system UI to match your wallpaper. Go to Settings, then Wallpaper and Style. Enable Color Palette, and your phone will suggest color schemes for system UI based on your wallpaper. Try using the Apply Palettes to Icons option for a more cohesive look. Let's customize the lock screen. Hold your finger down on an empty space, go to Wallpaper and Style, and then here on the left side is your lock screen. So if you just tap on that, you will see faint lines around the areas that can be customized. For example, if I tap the clock here, you'll see you get a bunch of different options when it comes to the fonts. And if you grab one of the dots here, you can actually resize the clock as well. And at the bottom, if you want to, you can customize the color of the clock. I do recommend you choose a color that stands out against the background. You can also choose a custom color or use the spectrum to change the color. The next thing is to customize widgets. Underneath the clock, you will see in faint writing the word widgets. If you hit the plus, there you can add some useful tools. For example, you might want to add the Samsung Health widget or Battery Health widget. Take a look at all widgets available and customize this with the most important information. Just in case you ever lose your phone and someone finds it, I recommend adding contact information to the lock screen. Scroll down to the bottom of the lock screen settings where you'll see the contact information field. Tap the plus icon and you can add a message with your backup email address or phone number. This way, if someone finds your phone, they can contact you easily. Be sure to add some contact details here for peace of mind. Lastly, there are two shortcuts on the lock screen. By default, the left one is for the phone app and the right one is for the camera. However, you can customize these shortcuts to suit your preferences. For example, if you want quick access to the torch or flashlight, you can change one of the shortcuts to that. You can also assign any other app on your phone, like Samsung Wallet or Voice Recorder. Remap the side button for quick access. To customize the side button for quick actions, go to Settings, Advanced Settings, Side Key. You can change the default press and hold action from opening Bixby to showing the power menu, which is especially useful for turning the phone off or accessing emergency info. You can also set the double press action to open your wallet for quick payments. or pick the app that you think would be the most useful, or the app you use the most to open with a double press, such as Google Fit. In Settings, Battery, you will have an option to toggle on power saving. Using power saving mode helps extend battery life by reducing background activity, limiting app processes, and lowering energy-intensive functions like screen brightness and CPU usage. It prevents excessive battery drain and can be a lifesaver in emergencies when you need your phone to last longer. If you click into power saving, you can toggle on or off for further customization. If you are having issues with Bluetooth connectivity or need full CPU and GPU power or other features, you can disable this when needed. Maintaining good battery health is key to ensuring your battery lasts longer, especially if you plan to keep your phone for the full 7 years of OS updates. One great way to help preserve battery health is by using a feature called battery protection. To enable it, go into your phone's settings, scroll down to device care, and tap on the battery icon. From here, you can activate battery protection and choose from several options. I personally recommend using the maximum option, as I use it daily without any issues. If you're going on a road trip or traveling and need that extra 20% of battery life, you can always switch it on temporarily. However, if the maximum option doesn't suit your needs, try switching to the adaptive setting, which is the next best option for conserving battery life. One of the most effective ways to save battery life is by customizing your notifications. The number of notifications you receive throughout the day not only impacts your battery, but can also take a toll on your mental health. To fix this, go into your phone's Settings app, then scroll down to Notifications and tap on App Notifications. Here, you'll see a list of all your apps, each with the option to turn notifications on or off. My advice is to narrow down the total number of notifications you get. Going from, say, 100 per day to 50 can make a significant difference. Each time a notification arrives, your phone's screen lights up, the vibration motor activates, and the speaker could be used to play a sound, all of which drain your battery. It can be difficult to reach the top corners of the screen to respond to messages or perform other tasks. One-handed mode is a great solution to this problem, allowing you to shrink the display for easier one-handed use. To enable it, simply go to Settings, scroll down to Advanced Features, and toggle on one-handed mode. Once activated, you can easily trigger the feature by swiping down along the bottom of your screen. This will shrink the display to about 50% of its original size, making it much easier to reach those top corners or the far end of the keyboard when typing a message. You can quickly switch sides by tapping the arrow icon. Additionally, you can adjust the height of the shrunk screen using a bar at the top to make it more comfortable for your hand. When you're finished and want to return to the full screen display, simply repeat the same swipe down gesture and the screen will return to its normal size. One-handed mode is a practical feature that makes it much easier to navigate your phone when you're using it with just one hand, especially when you're on the go. Additionally, you can click into one-handed mode to select if you want to use gesture or button to activate one-handed mode. In Setting, display Scroll to Screen Time Out and set how soon you want your screen to go off. I set mine to 1 minute. If I'm going out for privacy and security reasons, set it to 15 seconds. If you're having issues with legibility under display, scroll to Font Size and Style. Here you can adjust the font and increase the size of the font displayed throughout the phone for better legibility. Let's optimize sound and vibration. In Settings, tap on Sounds and Vibration, scroll down to System Vibration, and then tap Vibration Intensity. Here you can change the vibration intensity depending on what is coming in. So for example, if my phone goes off for something important, like a call, like a notification, I want that vibration to be more intense, making it more easy to feel, say, when my phone is in my pocket. But then if it is a system notification or it's perhaps media, I don't want the vibration to be as prominent this way. I can distinguish between the two types of notifications. This is really useful when you feel your phone going off. You will know immediately from the vibration whether it's something important or something that you can ignore. In Settings, tap on Sounds and Vibration. We have sound quality and effects, and this will allow us to enable Dolby Atmos. Not all media will be Dolby Atmos supported. However, a lot of content these days is. Whether you're streaming from Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube, This will give you a broader range of frequencies and better listening experience, so whenever it is available, I do recommend you turn this on. Additionally, you can also set an EQ, so if you prefer to have a little bit more bass, you can actually fully customize the EQ, or you can have it set to certain presets. Go into Settings, scroll down to where we find Lock Screen, and AOD here we have the option to either activate or deactivate the AOD, but then if we tap into this menu, we can actually customize this further. You also have the option to show or hide your music information. The most crucial, or I think most important setting in this menu is when to show your always on display. If we tap into here, you can choose when to AOD. I recommend tapping auto. Your always on display will be on, as you can see. However, if your phone is in your pocket, it turns AOD off, so it does not waste battery. But when it's on your desk, it's going to turn on. I think auto is a really good middle ground. Also, tap to show is also great, or it'll be black unless you double tap the screen to activate. There's always, which will truly keep your always on display on. Optimize your home screen grid. For a more efficient home screen, consider adjusting the grid size. Hold down on an empty area of your home screen and go to Home Screen Settings. By default, it's set to 4:6, but you can increase it to 5:6 for more app icons per page. This reduces the need to scroll through multiple screens. Next, let's take a look at managing home screen widgets. To add a widget to your home screen, press and hold anywhere on home, then tap on widgets, and here you can choose which widget to add. I'm going to choose the Screen Time widget and hold on the widget, and now it's added to your home screen. You can press and hold on it to move it to a different place. You can resize it by dragging these white dots. Now here's the new feature, creating widget stacks. Press and hold on the widget and tap Create Stack so you can have multiple widgets layers in one tile, which makes your screen cleaner while having access to more information. You can swipe on the widget to see the stacked widgets. Additionally, if you hold down on the widget and tap Settings, you can choose light or dark mode and adjust the background transparency. To take a screenshot on your Samsung Galaxy S24, you have a couple of options. Press and hold the volume down button and the power button or side button simultaneously. Quickly release both buttons. You should see in flash, and the screenshot will be saved to your gallery. Another way is to use palm gesture. Swipe the edge of your hand, pinky side, across the screen from left to right or right to left. If this is not working for you, go to Settings, Advanced Features, Motions, and Gestures. Make sure palm swipe to capture is turned on. To see all your apps, swipe up from the bottom, but you'll notice that they're in no particular order. They're all over the place. The phone tries to predict what apps you might want to use next, but I find it's hard to actually find apps you are looking for. To sort it alphabetically, tap the three dots in the top right corner and go to Sort and change it to alphabetical order. Now next time when you swipe up for your app, everything will be where it's supposed to be, and you will find it much more faster. To personalize your quick settings, swipe down from the top of your screen. You'll see the quick settings menu with several system toggles. To customize these, tap the pencil icon from left corner. This will open the customization options, allowing you to modify both the top row of icons and the full quick settings menu. Start by focusing on the full quick settings menu. Here you'll see two sections. The top half shows the toggles currently in your menu, and the lower half shows the available options you can add. For instance, if you'd like to add flashlight for easy access, simply tap on it and it will appear in your menu. You can also rearrange the toggles by dragging them around. If you want to remove an option, just tap the minus icon next to it. When organizing your toggles, I recommend placing your most used options in the top row, as they'll be the most visible. After arranging everything to your liking, tap Done to save your changes. Now let's move on to customizing the top row. Here, you'll want to prioritize the toggles you use most frequently, such as Wi-Fi, airplane mode, or Bluetooth. Once you're satisfied with your layout, tap Done again. Let's take a look at the new Edge panel. This is the faint line at the side here. When you swipe that out, you get a bunch of tools. Now, I recommend you use this for is the AI tools that the phone has, and also less used apps that you think will be useful from time to time, but don't really need to be on the home screen. To customize, tap the pen in the bottom right corner. Then you'll see the little minus sign next to the apps that exist. Remove the ones you don't want. Now can choose apps to add. For example, apps like the Notes app from Samsung. This is incredibly useful. The voice recorder, again, a very powerful tool. Now I'm going to leave one space because I do want to show you one of the superior tips on the Galaxy devices. Let's say you want to watch a video and have it playing in the background whilst taking notes. You can do this on the Galaxy. The way in which you do this is by creating an app pair. So here's how you do that. You can swipe up from the bottom or tap on the 3 bars icon, and you'll see the option to open in split screen view, and at the bottom you can choose the app that you want to split. Another way to do this is to swipe out the edge panel and drag an app on top of the existing app, and now you have a split screen setup. Now that you set up an app pair that you like, if you want to, you can hit the 3 dots in the center, hit the star here, and then add it to the edge panel. So now when we swipe out the edge panel, we have that saved app pair, and you do get the option to add it to the home screen as well, if you prefer. Now, before we move on from edge panels, there is one more thing I want to show you, which is very useful if you swipe it out at the bottom left corner here. Very briefly, you get the settings. When you swipe out the edge panel bottom, here you'll see settings, and this opens up the library of edge panels that can be added behind the first one to the defaults. So I'm going to add that. So now when we swipe out the edge panel and swipe again, we've got the tasks, compass tool, and we've also got the weather tool as well. So definitely play around with the edge panel setup, the tools that would be most useful for you. Now let's move on to security features and privacy features. Go into the settings and scroll down to security and privacy. As soon as you enter, you will see that it does a bunch of scanning on the device. One of the things is switched off by default is the app security. So if you tap on that, go to app security and switch it on. This just adds an extra layer on top of the Google Play Store scanning of apps. This is useful if you're downloading APKs outside of the Google Play Store. Make sure you scan the device to see if any flagged apps are already installed. To turn on secure Wi-Fi, go to Settings and tap Security and Privacy, More Security Settings, and tap Protect. Secure Wi-Fi is essentially a free VPN on Samsung devices. It does have some limitations, but it's very useful for when connecting to public hotspots. You get 1 gig for free per month with this service. You can pay and have more if you want to, or you could of course get a third-party VPN, but you might as well make the use of this one. If you're really worried about your data being stolen on unknown Wi-Fi networks, you can enable the auto protect, and you do need to set it to allow all the time. If you're interested in how much it costs to use the premium services, just tap on Protection Plan here and go to Upgrade, and here is how much they would charge per month for unlimited usage, and then there's also a 24-hour option as well. Let's talk about safety and emergency tips. Go into your settings, scroll down to Safety and Emergency. Here you can fill out your emergency info, and here you can also add emergency contacts, so you can set up your local emergency service or family members who live nearby, for example, and will come help if there happens to be an emergency SOS situation. When you tap PN Emergency SOS, if you tap the side key 5 times when you're in an emergency situation, it will automatically call the emergency services. But if you tick this box here at the bottom, you can send an SOS message to your emergency contacts, and this will send your location and a default message that will let them know that you are in trouble. Under Settings, Security and Privacy, More Security Settings, there's a new option here for Theft Protection. This is designed specifically for if someone grabs your phone out of your hand while you're walking down the street and tries to run away with it. So with this enabled, it will detect if the phone has been snatched and is moving very quickly away from you. If that happens, the phone will auto lock, and if you want to, you can switch it to offline device lock as well. There's also the remote lock feature. I also recommend turning on the remote lock feature to lock your phone if your phone is stolen. Let's move on to the useful tips with Galaxy AI. The first setting you might want to look at when it comes to AI is if you scroll down to the Galaxy AI section, for privacy reasons, you might not be comfortable with sharing data online. You can enable process data only on device. This will limit some of the AI features you can do. If you swipe up diagonally from the bottom right corner, you can use Gemini as your assistant. It's way more intelligent than it's ever been. You can harness the power of AI to brainstorm ideas and even just have a conversation. Here's another powerful tool. When you're browsing the internet and something catches your attention and you want to know more about it, hold your finger down on either the home button or the line at the bottom of the screen. Now you can now circle to search anything that's on screen. The screen will light up. Now you can draw around the area you want to search. It will give you results. So Circle to Search is very useful, and I do recommend you make the most of it. Within the Samsung Gallery app, if you open up a photo, here's a silly one I took earlier. If you tap on the photo at the bottom, you'll see the AI sparkling stars. Tap the icon, then tap Portrait Studio. You can turn this image into a comic style image, 3D cartoon, sketch, or watercolor painting. You can save a copy of these to your device. Have fun with this and make your pictures even better with AI. I have a feeling you will have a lot of fun with these AI generations. In Gallery, if you tap the AI sparkling stars at the bottom of the image again, this time tap Sketch to Image. Now we can actually draw something on this image, and it doesn't even need to be a great drawing for this to work. So I'm just going to draw another flower, and it's actually added several different flowers I can pick from, and it looks real. Use your imagination to make your pictures even better. Use AI Image Editor, tap the AI sparkling stars. For me, I want to delete the yellow flower. Just press and hold on the item you want to delete or move around. AI automatically selects the item. Now I'm going to tap on the eraser icon and tap Generate. AI is going to fill in the image for me. Tap Generate to see the results. I can also make my selection bigger, rotate it, move it around, and the AI will fill in the gaps for me. And it looks real and blended in nicely. Let's use AI Recorder. If we swipe out the Edge Panel and open the Recorder app straight away the first time you use it, it's going to show you what it can now do. You can actually record lectures or meetings if you wanted to and transcribe them into words and then summarize them into bullet points. This is an incredibly useful tool. So once you have recorded something, tap into the recording itself. You can transcribe it immediately into text. It's usually very fast depending on how long your recording is. Now you have a nice clear transcription of everything. If you tap Summary, then uses AI to summarize everything that was said in that transcription. This is an amazingly useful tool. Here's another very powerful Galaxy AI tool in regards to generating text. I'm just going to open up a blank email. So within a text field, you will see the AI stars here on the left side. If you tap that, you have a few options. Composer will literally write something for you. So let's say I need to write an email to have a meeting at 9 a.m. with some colleagues. This is so useful for getting work done quicker. Let's say you've written your text and you want to improve it or change the style. If you highlight that text and then hit the AI stars again, you can go to writing styles and you'll have a bunch of different options to choose from, like social media posts, casual or professional. In the Samsung Internet app, there is a very powerful AI tool within the Samsung browser app. You have an article that you want to grab core information from. If you tap the AI stars at the bottom of that web page, you then get the option to summarize that page into bullet points. So tap Summarize, it reads the entire page for you and gives you nice, concise bullet points. And you can actually expand on this. If you tap the button here and tap Detailed, it will just add more information to those bullet points. This is a great tool for researching. Okay, here's another AI tool from the Edge panel, Swipe To open the Edge panel, you will see this little pen icon. This is a tool that allows you to draw anything from scratch and then use AI to generate it. This works like sketch to image, except there's no image. This time I'll draw a flower and butterfly. Once you've drawn your image, you can use the little drop-down menu here to choose what kind of style you want it to be. Let's go illustration and hit generate. This is just a good example of how bad your drawing skills can be and how good they can end up looking, and you get a few different options you can choose from. The other tool that exists on the Edge panel is the Smart Select tool, so you can draw around anything that's on screen, similar to the Circle to Search feature, but this actually allows you to download what you've selected to your gallery. You can also share it from here or copy information from this selection, for example. So if you hit the text tool here, it highlights all of the text that's within that window, and then you can add that to a note or just copy it to a clipboard. So it's a powerful tool for extracting information or saving screenshots, but not the entire screen, just part of the screen. Let's take a look at camera tips. Let's start with single take mode. Scroll to more and tap single take. Now tap on the shutter and the phone is going to produce the different shots of the videos and the photos automatically. This saves so much time, especially if uploading to social media. You can select what options you would like as well. So select what works for you. I use this mode quite often and saves me a lot of time and effort. Next is the dual recording mode. So this mode allows you to record videos from the selfie camera and from the rear camera at the same time, and you can still select the lenses if you want to use, for example, you can select the front lens, but you can also select the wide lens or telephoto lens. In this mode, you will see picture-in-picture, and you can save the videos in separate files. Recording reactions is so useful to capture content and your own reactions to that content. The last tip is optimizing your phone. I recommend using Auto Optimization. To turn this on, go to Settings, Device Care, and tap Auto Optimization. Auto Optimization, this will be switched off by default if you set it to restart when needed. If your phone starts running too hot and it's being overworked, it will reboot to refresh the phone, and you can actually set it to restart on schedule if you want. The restart will not happen while you're using the phone. It will typically happen at night. That's it. Please subscribe for more tips, like and share this video with anyone who may find this helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.